Hello and welcome to another SY Diagnostics video, and today we'll be looking at FORScan and looking at viewing live data. So without further ado, let's open up FORScan, let it do its thing, recognises the vehicle, checks all the control modules. See, we've got a fault code there in the powertrain control module. And what we do now, we go to the left hand side, little blue icon here with an oscilloscope trace in there, which is read PID data. Left click on that. That brings us up a little graph here with 28 boxes. It's 28 values that we can view, bearing in mind that the more values we look at, the slower the refresh rate. So if we wanted to view data, down at the bottom corner here, we've got a little drop down box. It automatically defaults to PCM. If we press the black arrow, then we've got all the control modules we can view the data on individually, OBD, or all, which I'll go into later on. So if I go into powertrain control module, left click that. If I want to view any live data, then all I do is press the setup all gauges icon there, the little gear wheel. Click on that. This then brings up all the data PIDs on this particular control module, listed alphabetically from A to W on this instance, in the abbreviations that Ford use. So if I wanted to look at some live data, let's pick accelerator position sensor. All I do is left click on that, press the button here on the right hand side here to select the data and put the PID across into the right hand side. If you don't know whereabouts things are, or you want to use a search function, then we've got a box here that says filter. In there we can type in a description if you want. So let's type in engine revolutions per minute. As you can see, the more you type, the less options you get in the description. Hopefully then you'll find just the one that you want. Left click on that, move it across. If I wanted to put another one in there, I just highlight there, delete that, press on a random one for this instance, pop it across. If I don't want to look that one up, or I want to delete it, I just left click on it, press this arrow here to the pointing to the left. That will deselect it and pop it back into this box. Now I've got the two values I want to look at. I just press the OK tick box here. Then it populates the two PIDs into these two boxes here. Always starts at the top left and works its way down, then top left on, sorry, in the middle there, and down, and so forth until it gets to the bottom right hand corner. If you hover above one of the icons, it then gives you a description of what that PID actually is. But as you can see here, we're not reading anything. So if we go to the bottom left hand corner, press start live data, it then populates the boxes with the data values. As you can see, if I press the accelerator pedal, the voltages change, and if I start the engine up, then it gives us our RPM values. I'll just turn that off. Okay, that's looking at some live data there. On the top here, we've got dashboard view, which is what we're looking at now. We've got oscilloscope and we've got table view. If we go into table view, basically then, as you can see, we've just got the value there and it'll be listed all the way down. Don't like that one myself. And if I go to oscilloscope, then what's that showing us is more of a graphing function than an oscilloscope. But as you can see on the right hand side there, I'm pressing my accelerator pedal and we're getting the values. What we can do as well, which people don't often realize, it's recording in the bottom corner constantly, so it's 65 seconds there. On the right hand side here, we've got magnifying glasses with a 1:1 ratio. That is the speed we're looking at the moment. If I was to press the plus button, then as you can see, we're starting to speed it up and we're increasing the time base. I do find this a little bit buggy and it does often crash the program itself, so I'll just put it back down to 1:1. Next to there, we've got enable disable scale tool. As you can see on the right hand side now, it brings up the scale values. minimum and maximum, which is in a live data format. Quite useful. Next button for those visually impaired, if you press that, it just makes the graphing a little bit more bolder. I like this one myself. And the next button is my favorite button, changes the background. I like working with white rather than I do black. That's in the color of the back screen. It just makes it easier to read if you're out on a road test. Another function we've got, let's say you was out on a road test and you had a glitch and you wanted to view it, then you can stop the recording, and then it highlights, it opens up then the cursors both left and right, and we can go and move the playback all the way to the beginning if you wanted. And then if you did see a glitch, you can just put your cursor on it, press left click, and it gives you the values of the data PIDs that you're viewing. If I remember right, in oscilloscope you can only view 8 PIDs at once. So that's quite a good function there on the graphing. So let's move us back to dashboard. Another good function with FORScan, which IDS hasn't got, is you can view data PIDs from different control units at the same time. So we'll click on the drop down box and we'll go to all, go to the gear icon there. Little warning comes up here saying that we could be viewing data from different CAN networks. high speed CAN, HS CAN, and medium speed CAN, which is MS CAN. So if you are using the cheaper ELM 327 cables with a little flick switch, chances are this function won't work for you. I use the Ford VCM2, so I've got no issues whatsoever. So we press OK, and let's say for argument's sake I wanted to read wheel speed sensor, so I'll type in wheel. So there, got left front wheel speed sensor input. I'll pop it across there. Then I want to look at engine speed, so I'll type in engine revolutions, so that's in the PCM there. And let's think of another one. Let's go into the body control module and let's see if the door operates. So we've got, I'll go to passenger door, ajar switch status, pop that across, press OK. So now we've got 3 data values. Start them recording. I'll open the door. The door opens. I'll start the engine up. We've got engine speed, and so I'm in my driveway, just move, and as you can see there, we've got engine speed. I've just moved too far forward and just run over my battery maintainer, unfortunately. Okay, so let's just stop that and we go back to PCM. Another function, and I do have a video on this, which I'll put the link up in the top right and in the description. Here we see type. We're on read at the moment. If I wanted to do any output control tests on a particular vehicle, on a particular control module, I would just press control, and any functions that we can control will come up in this box, and then you can control them. I think on the video that I've done, I did it with the alternator output status, so I could dial in the specified output of the alternator and see if it's actually attaining that. Again, Ford aren't very good with output status control of any of the modules on the European vehicles. Something is lacking, unfortunately, but that's all we've got, so that's what we have to work with. So that's all there is on live data, in viewing it in oscilloscope form, in dashboard form, and in table form. I hope it's been of some use to you and you've picked something up. If you like what you see, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. So thanks for watching, and until next time, cheers guys.